This is Smarter San Diego TV.
Our next guest is joining us on the orange carpet for the very first time. Please welcome real estate expert and coach from Keller Williams La Jolla, Mitch Asa.
There he is, Mitch. What's up, my man?
Not much. How are you, Derek?
Doing very well. Glad to have you here, of course, today on Smarter San Diego TV for the first time, joining us on the orange carpet.
Woo!
Yes.
At number 50, right?
Yes.
We're at number 50, so I made it to the
50th
50th episode. All right. At least you didn't wait till 100 to get me.
First of all, tell us about your role at the Keller Williams office in La Jolla.
Well, it's been an exciting year so far. First, I got married since the last time I saw you. So that's a huge change.
Congratulations,
right? Thank you. Hi. And then right after that, I decided to, Billy and I were partners for a while. Love the guy, love the family. And but I think it was time that I decided to move on and start my own thing. So now I got MitchAsa.com going on, started my own real estate business. At that same time, the leadership at the La Jolla office saw kind of my commitment to the systems and the models of Keller Williams, how much I've learned it and immersed myself into it. And they said, you're probably better than anyone to teach our new agents and those agents trying to get into production. So I got tapped to be the productivity coach by my OP, Brian Kane, and team leader, Jeff. And so now I'm the productivity coach at the La Jolla Market Center, helping new agents get their career started, and some agents that maybe have had some trouble starting to get in production. They're meeting with me once a month. We're doing coaching sessions, and it's been awesome. So, yeah.
It sounds like a heavy burden to bear, to be the guy who's responsible for, taking someone from like 0 to 60, right? I mean, that's your job. How are you guys doing that? I know you have a new initiative. I mean,
right.
How are you going to make that happen for these new agents?
Well, again, it's a lot about plugging into the models and the systems, the courses, the trainings that Keller Williams has provided me to elevate my business. And the first thing that really started it for me was this awesome program called BOLD, Business Objective Life by Design. It's a 7-week intense course where you're lead generating every day, you're being held accountable. That kind of propelled me into like drinking the Kool-Aid at Keller Williams, essentially, right? I was like, what is this thing all about? Mind you, I've been in the business 13 years and just kind of assisting other groups, being a buyer's agent on people's team, never really thinking of myself as a business person. And once I tapped into it, it really got me into a business mindset where I'm having conversations about, my profit and loss and what I'm doing to generate leads and where my expenses are going. So now that I've done that, we've got an awesome new thing I think I told you about. Keller Williams is reinventing themselves all the time. And we have something called the Career Growth Initiative. We just rolled it out last week. It's a company-wide platform. Back in 2011, we had what was called the Growth Initiative, which was for our leadership to take on in their own market centers and help each one grow, become more, higher production in volume and closed units. So what they've done now, 5 years later, because they saw the results back in 2011, couple statistics, 2011 to today, the agent count grew, and National Association of Realtors said that it grew 20% over the last 5 years. Keller Williams grew 92% over the last 5 years.
Wow, doubled?
Doubled. And in closed units, NAR says that we grew 40% as a country, in real estate, closed units. Keller Williams, 106% growth in the last 5 years in closed units. What we're doing,
incredible.
It's awesome. And what we're doing is we're taking those models and tools that the leadership have used, and now we're bringing it down to every individual agent, no matter what level of production you are, if you're brand new, or if you're a mega agent, like we have quite a few in our office. And it's going to be basically based on 4 conversations. It's going to be based on appointments, how many appointments you're going on, how many listings you're taking, because listings are leverage, right? That's one of those levers you can pull when you need to ramp up your business. You go get more listings, closed units, and then profit. And really, we start this whole thing by seeing the mission statement of Keller Williams, which is careers worth having, businesses worth owning, and lives worth living. And we want to make sure that everyone's making the money that they need to fund the perfect life. And
what can you tell us about some of those things that successful agents are doing, in this marketplace in particular, which has become, it's red hot, but at the same time, it seems very fickle because, you may have 5 listings one day, well, they're gone in a week, and now you got to revamp. So, what are some of those things that successful agents are doing in this market today?
Well, coming from a productivity coach, obviously my first thing I'm going to tell everyone, right, is your job part in real estate is called lead generation. You have to punch that card in every day for a minimum of 3 hours and make those calls or knock those doors or just go out and have conversations with people. I mean, I know somebody who goes to a Starbucks. He's a Keller Williams agent. He goes to his local Starbucks every day. He puts a little sign out on the table that says, agent on duty. And he sits there looking at properties online, and occasionally, somebody pops over and says, hey, you're a real estate agent. And he does all his business from a Starbucks every morning. I know another agent that's holding 5 open houses a week. That's his whole platform for his business. He closes about 30 deals a year just from holding open houses. Everyone's got to find where their lead generation source is going to come, but the ones that are going to make it through, whether it was back in 2008 when the Great Recession happened, or this shift that everyone keeps talking about, right? Interest rates can't stay down forever. We're going to see the market correct itself. Are you filling your pipeline, your funnel of leads that are going to help you basically storm the winter? Just like any bear has to store for the winter and they go into their cave. We have to do that too. We have to see what's coming up in the market. And right now I'm helping a lot of those agents, fill that pipeline of leads.
Well, I tell you, it's interesting too, because depending upon the market, depends on which side is sort of better to go after. So I remember in the downturn when everybody had listings, they're like, I just need buyers. If I could find a buyer, I got so many houses to sell them. And so buyers agents were really doing well during that time. Whereas now, it's tough to get buyers. You have to spend a lot of time with buyers. If you have a listing, you should be able to sell it pretty quickly as long as your sellers are realistic about what they should sell it for. So is there a balance there? I mean, is the smart thing to do to sort of always be 50-50 because you can sort of use that as a hedge against whatever happens in the marketplace, or should you specialize on one side or the other?
That's a great question. I've found that Keller Williams teaches a lot about leveraging. You really want to find what you're going to be best at, because that's where the abundance is going to show up for you. So if you're a closer and you know how to do this presentation, I know your new show, we're seeing a lot of great people win this listing. We saw a lot of great people doing their presentations. They have them down pat, they have the scripts ready, they're going, and they close them, and to those types of personalities, those are listing agents. Those guys are awesome, right? Some people, I lean more towards on the buyer personality. If you look at my profile, I just love relationships. It's kind of how it works hand in hand now with helping agents, right? Get their career started. I really like to help people through people. So here's what I'm saying is I don't necessarily have, maybe as many clients and people that I'm helping buy or selling homes, but if I could train the next generation of agents to provide a great service and an awesome experience in their real estate business, then essentially I am helping more sellers and more buyers, go through it. I think everyone will find a niche in this business, but obviously listings are leverage. So if you can get a listing, that's awesome. You've known me as a buyer's agent on some great teams for a while now. A lot of those buyers that I help put into their first home or their second home or the move-up home, guess what? They're now calling me because they have to sell and they want to buy another house. So maybe I wasn't the listing agent to start, but now I'm definitely getting that return business because I provided such great service at the beginning.
Great point.
Yeah.
Great stuff. What are we going to find, Mitch, for the agents who are watching right now who maybe want to learn more at mitchasa.com? What are we going to find there?
Oh, so we're rolling out the new website for the business. It's the first time I'm branding myself, right? Mitch Asa, your friend in real estate. You're going to see a lot of great things. Obviously, if you're looking to buy or sell a home, I'm definitely here for you, as always, right? Sell lots of houses. But more than that, I really am reaching out to a lot of agents in the industry, whether they're new or they're seasoned or wherever they're at in their career, is about getting to that next level. Really growing that business to be sustainable and to provide a life worth living. That's really the mission statement that all of these classes like Ignite and Bold and MAPS Coaching and now the CGI, the Career Growth Initiative, is basically all geared towards people, what is the profit that you need to make every year to provide for your family, to provide for those vacations, to be comfortable with the house payment? What is that number? And we get that number, and we have this awesome calculator, and we work backwards. All right, well, let's see how much we have to pay in taxes. Let's see how much the business expense is. And then, so that goes all the way down to now, how many appointments do I have to go on every week, right? And that's what we're tracking. We're seeing, we start with the appointments, and everything else will show up eventually.
Great stuff, Mitch. Thank you so much for coming in today. Really appreciate it.
I appreciate you having me.
Fantastic
awesome.
stuff.
I'm really happy for all your success with the show and
Same here.
the new show. Yeah.
Same here for you. Stick around for more Smarter San Diego TV, where we guarantee to make you smarter than everyone else, commercial free.